to get to know what netizens are saying on various issues affecting Nigeria. And joining me now is Rena Obozege. Hi, Rena.
Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I see you're alone today. How do you feel? Are you missing the ladies?
Of course I miss them. You know, ladies, you are the salt of the earth. Without you, what can we do?
Absolutely.
That was why God said it's not good for man to be alone.
So and he gave you women.
Oh, yeah.
Now they've left you. Do you think it's Valentine related or something?
Nah, I don't. I don't know. But I don't think.
Say.
I don't think it is.
How was your yesterday, though?
Yesterday was a work day for me. I had meetings. I had stuff to do.
You not left the woman. You did not, ginger anything.
We did that as much as we could, given the fact that we have to work. So you have to have a work-life balance.
Absolutely. That's key.
Okay, so what do you have for us this morning?
Well, quite a number of interesting stories. I will judge it like that.
Okay, so I'll leave it to it, and then I'll come back, and then we'll see how it goes.
All right, catch you.
Thank you.
Hello there. Good morning to you. This is Kakaki Social. I'm Rena Obozege. Now, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, has placed a 20 million naira bounty on 2 notorious kidnappers terrorizing residents of Abuja, directing the FCT Commissioner of Police to delegate or to declare them wanted. Wike says he wants the suspect, Dahiru Adamu and Abu Ibrahim, dead or alive.
Acting further on credible intelligence, the suspects who were responsible for activities of the past one-chance robbery are all here. The few ones that are remaining, we have given them a few days to pick all of them up, sir.
You said is remaining about 2 or 3 persons. Okay, let me put money on their head. So wherever they are, send their men out there. I'll give them 20 million naira. Go and fish them out, wherever they are. Use that money on their head. I want to see them live or dead. That money, look at how you are.
All right, let's see how netizens are finding this on the space of social media. First is coming from this user who says, I hope this is not a political gesture. And also in reaction to that is Dapsy who says, this is definitely audio. But then on the other side is Schools in Niger who says, I would like it if the government can match its words with actions. Let the criminals be fished out and given the kind of treatment they deserve. We need to change our strategy of being reactionary. Let's take the fight to them. As short as that is, we'll leave it at that to say that some youths in Ughelli, the Delta State of Delta State, have resumed protests against alleged police brutality. On Wednesday, they took to the streets to demand an end to extortion by men of the NPF while calling for the release of their mates who were arrested over allegations of internet fraud. All right, how did this go down yesterday? Well, the police actually has a different account of what's happening, and this is from DSP Bright Edafi from the police command right there. It says, regarding the ongoing protests in Ughelli, the command wishes to inform members of the public that yesterday, this happened yesterday, of 13 February 2024, policemen from Ughelli Area Command intercepted an unregistered Benz GLK without a plate number in Ekwigbo community. The men confronted the 4 boys who could not establish ownership of the car. In an attempt to arrest them, some of the youths attacked the police, destroyed their vehicles, and broke the head of one of the officers. 9 of the suspects were arrested and will be charged to court. Youth are advised to stay off any protest because it won't deter us from doing our job. So the accounts are different right there. But for Richie, he's saying that Nigerian government and the police obviously did not learn from NSAS. with the economic hardship and hunger everywhere, if something like ENSA spring up now, it will consume this government. A word is enough. Everyone is angry. And also in that light is Abu, who says the relevant authorities should do all it takes to address this, because if we are going to have ENSA's Volume 2, with this current hunger in the land, it go loud, oh, and it says, ha. Okay, more thought from Okechukwu would be that one country, two different police. Northern Nigeria don't know police brutality. They can never relate. Why must it be Southern Nigeria? But of another thought is the final reactions. Yusuf, who says, protest that is sponsored by Yahoo boys. They want a business-free environment. Well, they haven't been charged to court, so I'm not sure there are conclusions yet on who is sponsoring what. But then, a netizen who says he's a soldier has called out the presidency for recognizing the Super Eagles in the way that they did when himself and his colleagues in the bush, ensuring the safety of others, are poorly treated. The user with the name at Paul9 was reacting to President Tinubu's gesture of conferring Order of the Niger National Honor on the Super Eagles, the gift of a plot of land and a flat for each of the players after lifting the silver cup at AFCON 2023. Now, this is what he was responding to. A user, Dr. Penking, had tweeted, attaching this picture of the captain of the Super Eagles, Ahmed Musa, and he says, even Ahmed Musa, when no kick ball once for AFCON, follow collect flat, land, and OON, wonderful times. But then in reaction to that, the soldier now that we're discussing attached this picture over there, an X-ray I see. It says that's a bullet right there, somewhere right there is still in parts of his body. Tweeting at Tormentor, adding Paul9. It says, yet, as a soldier, I stayed in Northeast fighting Boko Haram for 4 years plus. I was shot and still carrying the bullet in me till date. Not even a medal from the army or Nigerian government. So this is where the conversation is coming from. Life Issue says this is the issue. It is political advantage to them to give footballer than the actual heroes. May God keep you and our men that are fighting a war created by the same politicians. Also, Bolaji says, valid point. However, Nigeria will still cancel the government if they fail to give the Eagles a medal. Ben plus Bella says, you have a good point, but it is generically related to the medals the Super Eagles got. The Nigerian army ought to take care of its own heroes. Well, I think they are national heroes. This is a tormentor again. That's the soldier now. This is his handle. He was asked what can be done to improve their welfare, and he says maybe by asking the National Assembly to pass a law mandating the government to look into our welfare or something. I know that donations have been coming in for him, but he says he was not going to drop his account details publicly for safety, and he has been doing that via DMs, but no one knows what he has gotten so far. But I think that it is key that their welfare is prioritized. Let's go over to our final story. On Tuesday, a former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, disowned one of his spokespersons in the 2023 election campaign, Daniel Bwala, saying that the media must stop addressing Bwala as its head. In a statement from Atiku's media office, the relationship was simply for the period of the campaign, and Bwala has since moved on with his career. Let's see what the office is saying. It says, after the election, the need for a campaign spokesperson has terminated, and Bwala has moved on with his career. He continued to say that this, therefore, serves as notice to the media and the interested public to desist from defining Bwala as an ex-aide of Abubakar. Apparently, he was never just a spokesperson, and they're not finding it funny, maybe because of the recent activities of, I am seeing the president, I'm going to help him reform the economy and all of that. Colin, let's see how netizens are reacting to this. This was actually from Tuesday. Now, Santos says Bwala was sent to spy on Atiku and PDP. He never left APC. It was a strategy. He was the chief spy. The betrayal was way too much. When he was asked why he keeps saying Sheyi and family, he said that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will always be his boss. I knew something wasn't right. More thought from Unchi. He says Atiku has no loyalists. He supported the birth of this evil party called All Progressives Congress. He's reaping what he sowed. And also in reaction to this from another user on X, it says, is Bwala about to become an orphan? Even FFK twerked more than this and never got anything. And final reaction coming in from Moses today. It says Atiku surrounded himself with hirelings whose only care was do it for the money. Well, that's it. And that's how we call it a day today on Kakaki Social. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Our WhatsApp number only is 08115436670. Welcome back.
Well, interesting things going on with netizens there, Rena. And it just tells you that Nigerians are deeply interested in things happening around the country. They're interested in the politics, they're interested in the sports, they're interested in even the things that you really won't think would interest them.
Absolutely.
And it's important to keep this conversation going so that at least we can feel the pulse of the people and know exactly where the issues are and how to tackle them. It's a very important thing for the government.
Yeah, true. I don't agree less because I heard you engaging your guest earlier on the welfare of army officers, bringing back that video of that man who says his 50,000 naira could not fund his 70,000 naira. Now we have another one who is reacting to the honor that was conferred on the Super Egos. Maybe you can further engage him on what his demand is, that the National Assembly should make laws to ensure that their welfare is prioritized. I'll be listening to you backstage.
My guest is still here. He will be joining me again in a moment. Thank you very much, Rena. Great job you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, we're done with the social media intervention there. And of course, we'll be right back after the break. I'll continue my conversation with Air Commodore Bayomi Balogun, the retired former Deputy Director of Operations of the Nigerian Air Force.